so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in. Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pledge of respect. I am a smart, special, valuable person. I respect myself and I respect others. My words and actions are kind and honest. I accept only my best in all I do. I am proud to be me.
Today is Wednesday, February 25th. There are no birthdays to celebrate. There's pizza in the cafeteria. There's play practice for dancers only until 4 o'clock and yearbook club after school. The 8th grade parent meeting is at 6:30 in the cafeteria.
If you're looking for someone with a normal human sleep schedule, I'm probably not your guy. Nighttime is when I do all of my best working, a lot of my best playing. Being awake at 8 a.m., not my thing. And while part of me wishes I didn't have to sleep at all, I definitely do enjoy it. The need to sleep is one of the strongest biological urges we have, one of the few that we really can't control. And the fact is, you can die faster from sleep deprivation than food deprivation. So it is time to investigate the science behind this thing that we do for a third of our lives. Just try and stay awake for it. Even though the average person will spend 25 years of their life asleep, there's no scientific consensus as to why exactly we do it. One thing we know for sure, our brains definitely think that sleep is important. Deep in your hypothalamus, the tiny nut-sized region at the base of your brain, you have a little cluster of cells that acts like a timer called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. When you're exposed to light, this little cluster busily releases awake hormones like cortisol and suppresses the release of sleepy hormones like melatonin. When it's dark, it does the opposite. A second to answer the larger question, why are we wired to sleep? It seems like a kind of terribly inconvenient thing to have to do, also super dangerous if you're surrounded by jaguars or something. There are lots of theories out there, and it's unlikely that any of them alone is the single answer. Instead, they may all contribute to this weird urge that we have to lapse out of consciousness. For starters, all mammals and birds sleep, and other critters like reptiles, insects, and fish exhibit some kind of sleep-like behavior. That even includes the millimeter-long nematode worm, which experiences stress when denied rest. Some scientists suggest that inactivity at night is an evolutionary adaptation that boosts an animal's survival rate by keeping it out of danger when it would be most vulnerable. Basically, sleep could be a way to keep still so you attract less attention. And yet, lions sleep a whopping 15 hours a day, while Mr. Giraffe, arguably a tasty meal for said lion, gets less than 2 hours a day. So another theory is that sleeping might be a way to conserve energy. Much of life, at least in the wild, is about procuring calories to keep going, so going dormant for about a third of your day could be a smart move. Humans use about 10% less energy when they're sleeping, as our breathing and heart rate and body temperature all take a dip. But the broadest support out there for sleep theories is that it provides restoration. Sleep, after all, is when you grow muscle tissue, your cells synthesize proteins, your tissues repair themselves, and growth hormones are released. But surely we could take care of all of that without having to be unconscious, right? Like, why can't our cells fix themselves while we're sitting on the couch couch watching Real Housewives of Milwaukee. Because our brains need sleep as much as our bodies do. Emerging research suggests that sleep allows the brain to rejuvenate and, maybe more importantly, reorganize. This theory is known as brain plasticity. We all do and see a lot of different stuff every day, and we'd probably like to remember most, but not necessarily all of it when we wake up. Brain plasticity theorizes that sleep is when our brains replay and store the events of the day, providing 8 hours or so for the processing and consolidating of new memories. This theory has been supported by tests on human subjects. In one experiment, a set of volunteers memorized sequences of patterns in the morning, while a second set memorized them in the evening. The morning group had their memories tested 12 hours later without sleeping, and the evening group was tested 12 hours later too, but after they'd slept. And the evening group proved better at recalling the pattern. If sleep helps reinforce memories, what about the stuff we like to forget? Like, I don't have any reason to remember the color of the car that cut me off this morning, or the words to the radio commercial where the guy's singing about furniture. Luckily, sleep can help clear out all that excess junk from our brains. But keep in mind that without this daily cleaning, your brain would face a major energy shortage and space crunch. In a way, this function of sleep is kind of like defragging a hard drive. Problem is, people, Americans in particular, don't get enough sleep. In a survey conducted by the National Sleep Foundation, Americans on average get over an hour less than the recommended 8 hours a night, and teenagers need even more. In addition, nearly 20% of Americans report problems sleeping. More than 200,000 car accidents each year caused by sleepy drivers, killing more people than drunk driving. It doesn't take long for the brain and body to feel the effect of sleep deprivation. There's really nothing good that can come of it. Thanks for watching this episode of SciShow. If you have any questions or comments for us, we're on Facebook and Twitter and down in the comments below. And if you want to keep getting smarter with us here at SciShow, you can go to youtube.com/SciShow and subscribe.